Well, Arteta's plan for Mudryk has been revealed, and why he wants to go on and sign him, and what exactly is into Arteta's mind as far as signing Mudryk is concerned. Then afterwards, we are going to let you know about the games that Arsenal are going to play in Dubai and the one they're going to play at the Emirates. That's the viewing criteria has been really revealed by Arsenal, and I'm going to let you know how much you are going to pay to see to it that you watch these games, because most of the times when these games are being played, especially in the preseason, you people keep telling me, where can I watch this game of football? Now I'm going to show you the link and show you the process of how to go on and really watch these games in there for you. Then lastly, we are talking about Tomiyasu. He has talked about their elimination of the World Cup at the round of 16. Remember, a team which goes by the names of Croatia knocked them out on penalties. Again, more favorably, he has talked about when he's going to return to the Arsenal in Dubai, where they are having the warm weather training camp. Welcome to Rokani Media Football, guys. How are you guys? And where are you watching us from? I know Uganda is watching, Nigeria is watching, Kenya is watching, South Africa is watching, Ghana, United States of America, United Kingdom. Loads of countries are really watching us. Sierra Leone, Liberia. Oh my God, I'm having lots of love. And guys, continue to spread the love by going to the lower right bottom corner and smash what we call the black button that had the word subscribe, then hit the notification bell that whenever you get notified every time I upload a video onto this channel. So it feels like a beautiful Tuesday. World Cup, last two games of the round of 16 are really coming up through, and I believe on Friday that's when you're going to be having the next quarterfinals that are really starting off with Argentina playing Netherlands, then Brazil will play Croatia later, and then we'll know who are going to go into the semi-finals. And on Saturday, it's really going to be us. It's going to be England versus France. Then the winners today that are playing in the last round of 16 will meet, and then we see who are going to make the quarterfinals. So it shows you that we are left with just a week. After this week, next week, World Cup is going to be done. That's it. It's going to be done. And on the 18th, I think it's going to be a Saturday or Sunday, the World Cup is going to be done. And obviously, we'll be back to the Premier League. And let's resort to what we call the transfer news coming in from Arsenal. Mudryk, a player that Arsenal has been scouting for close to a year now. Jacobs Ben, you know this guy. He works for CCBS Sport. He has gone ahead to let us know that Arteta feels that he can be developed into a more versatile player. At the moment, he's lightning quick, got a good eye for goal, weighs in with assists, makes the pitch as big as possible, starts on the left-hand side, and he cuts in. Now, this acts like a charm, or it really feels like a glove in what I've always been telling you, that Arsenal are looking for a wide forward who can improve onto their stats, especially creative-wise. Their wide forwards have proven that they can go out and score very many goals. But assist-wise, they are really lacking, and they are not really helping Gabriel Jesus to an extent that people are really pinpointing at him. Why isn't he scoring those goals? But how many chances does he get per game? This guy rarely gets chances per game. I remember him missing out on chance. I think the best game that he was really provided chances was that of Southampton. I think he had like 2 chances, but all those had some barriers in them. But I want to see balls in the mouth of the goal that really require tap-ins for this guy. And that's why Mikel Arteta is saying that he wants to develop Mudryk, and he looks at him as a player who can really increase on the assists. You get, because he has a good eye for goal. Then assist-wise, he's really great, and obviously he widens the pitch and he cuts in the pitch. So we now know why Mikel Arteta needs this lad. The lad is 20 years of age. Mikel Mudryk, Arsenal so much interested in the guy. The guy loves Arsenal. He is keeping on and on doing the needful to push his move to Arsenal, and he wants only Arsenal. To an extent that when the wife of Zinchenko asked him, going to Real Madrid and going to Arsenal, he said, I can go any day, I go to Arsenal. Though he included that on Real Madrid, when you are benched and you are playing legend at Arsenal, he said, I'm going to go at Arsenal. So Arsenal is looking for this guy, and maybe Mikel Arteta might be really ready to go out and spend big money on him. But this comes after Jacobs Bain told us, I think like 2 days ago, that Mikel Arteta is still varying and weighing in whether they should go in for this player in the names of Mikhail Mudryk, because Mikhail Mudryk is a player that Arsenal wanted to sign in the summer and they didn't get him. But when you look at developing him, I have another aspect of seeing a player that is going to be turned into a 4-forward playing position player. A 4-forward position playing player. If at all you know, the game of football, it always has 4 attacking positions. The central attacking midfielder, the right attacking midfielder, the left attacking midfielder, and the center forward. Right now, he can play well as a left attacking midfielder. He can play as a false 9. He can play as a central attacking midfielder, all behind the number 9 like Gabriel Jesus. But he is not so much into playing as a right attacking midfielder, because the big burden that Arsenal is having now is that of Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka is the only player Arsenal is having that can play perfectly as a right attacking midfielder. However, Reece Nelson came in through and gave us 2 cameos in the game of Nottingham. That was not satisfactory to Mikel Arteta. He believes he needs a Mikhail Mudryk to come in and do the needful. So I believe he wants to groom a player who is really going to go on and act swiftly in all those 4 attacking positions of Arsenal, such that whenever he feels like Martinelli has to be rested, he can be rested. Bukayo can be rested, Each and every time they're like a goal behind, or looking in for a win, he can bring him on to lead the line with Gabriel Jesus. And I'm asking myself, where is this going to leave a player who goes by the names of Eddie Nketiah? Because adding on Mikhail Mudryk just shows that Arsenal are really not satisfied with at Nketiah, and obviously them going out in the market and wanting to bring in a center forward after Gabriel Jesus's scan has not yet revealed to us the exact period when he's going to come back. That shows you that Eddie Nketiah is in problem, and he has to go on and utilize these 2 games, all 3 that Arsenal are going to play without Gabriel Jesus to score goals. The game against West Ham, Brighton, and Newcastle, Nketiah has to make his step strong in Arsenal, according to me. Those are the games he's having to do the needful. Then Jacobs Bain told us that as he adds those strings to his bow, he could live up to his expectation as one of the best players in that position. So it's one to watch from Arsenal's point of view. All right. It shows you how much Arteta believes in this player, that he could be one of the best players to play in that position in the world. Now, that means Arsenal is going to be left with 3 attacking midfielders playing on the left. Martinelli, this other guy. There is Martinelli, Emily Smith-Rowe, and Mikhail Mudryk, provided he comes in here. Now, a big question rises. How is he going to rotate all these players? I believe there might be an acceptation in Arsenal that maybe Martinelli will reach an extent to want to go out. You know, these players that come in from Brazil and South America, their destination might be Real Madrid, Barcelona, and so on and so forth. So for Mikel Arteta, who sees wide, he knows the desire of these players, and maybe they might be wanting to get some good money out of Martinelli to see to either they bolster their team, because Arsenal needs to get out footballing money to bolster their team. They need to sell a player like 100 million euros and then bolster it, because they are not doing well financially, especially when it comes to the financial fair play rule. Kroenke has the money because he put up close to £200 million for Arsenal in the summer to buy players, but they utilized only 121. They never wanted to go on and spend and bring another player because of the financial fair play rule. The amount of money to spend was only £25 million left. So that shows you that Arsenal needs to balance its books of accounts. Now, you never know. They might be signing in Mudryk, maybe preparing him for the future sale, or Martinelli to be sold because teams like Liverpool really want him. And if at all Mudryk really shows that he has hit the ground running, then why not sell Martinelli and stay with Emile Smith-Rowe and Mudryk? Because lots of things are really happening in the game of football right now. And someone will say, why sell Martinelli at that amount of money? Let me tell you, if you have a player who has proven that can play that position better, then it's good to offload. Then it's good to offload that kind of player. Let me give you an example. Liverpool, Coutinho was sold at £130 million to Barcelona. They used that money to sign 2 players that changed the seasons of Liverpool, and Liverpool went ahead to win the Champions League and the Premier League because of those 2 signings. That is Alisson Becker and Virgil van Dijk. So for your own information, Arsenal, if at all they sell one player, Bukayo Saka or Martinelli, and they have a right replacement already proven, they can get like 100 plus million pounds or 120 million pounds. Then they can use that money to bring in like three or 2 players that are going to be so much effective to Arsenal. So that is by the way, that's what I'm insinuating, because if at all you're having Emile Smith-Rowe and Martinelli, then why go in for Mudryk? Because they all play the same position, 3 players. In the central attack midfield area where Emile Smith-Rowe would have gone ahead to play alongside Odegaard, there is already a Fabio Vieira. What does that show? It shows you that there is a player that maybe Mikel Arteta wants out of the club. Is it Emile Smith-Rowe? Is it Martinelli? I cannot tell. In the comment section, tell me what you think about it. Now, after that story of Mudryk, we have a very huge story of Japan, of the Japanese Arsenal player known as Tomiyasu, having knocked out of the World Cup by Croatia. He has gone ahead and said, I can't be proud. I'm not satisfied about what happened. This is football. We need to be much, much better to win against a stronger team. That's what he went ahead to say. And he continued to put the cat out of the bag and said, we are so disappointed with the result. My performance was a disaster today, so I'm sorry for the team. I just need to be much, much better to help the team. It was not enough, and also for the team, we did not deserve to win. That's what Tomiyasu had to go on and say as far as that loss is concerned. They were beaten in penalties 3-1 by Croatia, and the better team really went ahead to win. The goalkeeper of Croatia saved 3 penalties of Japanese, meaning that the Japanese were ugly on the day as far as taking penalties was concerned. But Tomiyasu, the most important gist as to why I've come out to put out this story of Tomiyasu is simple. Here it is. Because most of you are asking yourselves, when is he returning to Arsenal to get underway to play for Arsenal? Now, Tomiyasu, when asked if he's going to join the Arsenal squad in Dubai, he said, I don't know, hopefully I can get a bit of rest. I need time to forget about football. I need a bit of time. This is how painful it gets when you're knocked out of penalties. Amidst having put out a very bad display during the 120 minutes, you have to get to know that penalties are really things that take long to heal. Bukayo Saka, who made a very huge turnaround at Arsenal, he suffered these to an extent that for him, he was even attacked with racist abuses. But he turned it around. Sancho and Marcus Rashford, 3 of those players missed out on penalties in the Euro final at Wembley. So what does that mean? It means penalties are really so much painful. So Tomiyasu is saying that he needs time to heal because he needs to forget about football a little bit. And lucky enough, he has been given close to a week with his fellow players, Thomas Partey and Matt Turner, who are also out of the World Cup, to go on and really, really get some rest. Today, Switzerland is playing Portugal. If at all Portugal knocks out Switzerland, then it will be another Arsenal player, Xhaka, out and going to rest for like a week, then join the Arsenal camp in Dubai. So thank you very much for watching in. And lastly, talking about Dubai and the games Arsenal is going to play against AC Milan and Lyon. So Arsenal has come out and announced to its fans that they can stream the Dubai Super Cup on arsenal.com and the app. A pass for the two matches, Lyon and AC Milan, will cost £9.9, all individually for £5.99. So you now know how to catch that game of football that Arsenal is going to play, I think, on the 8th. They're starting off on the 8th because United is playing its first game against Real Betis tomorrow. So thank you guys for watching in. This is Rokani David, and obviously Rokani Media Football is the YouTube channel you're watching me on. Tell me what you think about Arteta's plan for Mudryk finally revealed, how he plans to develop him into a player to go on and become one of the best in the world, and what does it mean for the likes of Martinelli and Emily Smith-Rowe, because he's already having two players playing into that position and is bringing in Mudryk to play into that position too. So who is going to be thrown out of the team? God knows. Thank you very much for watching in. Your reactions are welcome. I sign out for now. See you later, and I hand you over to the Almighty Lord to bless you more and abundantly. We are returning back with the match reaction of Switzerland, no, of Spain versus Morocco, a game that kick starting off now.